So, it's the new year. And the other day, I was doing some 2023 planning. Part of that planning cycle involves me looking at the credit cards I applied for in 2022 and figuring out what do I want to apply for in 2023. But as I was looking at my spreadsheet, which includes all of the credit cards I've ever gotten, I realized that over 70% of them were business credit cards. Now, you might not think that's weird, but I've only ever had an official established business starting in 2022. And so that got me thinking, A, I should flip on my camera and share with you guys exactly how you can get a business credit card without having an official business, the top business credit cards of 2023, and more specifically, my strategy as it comes to acquiring business credit cards. If that sounds like a plan, then why don't you just pop a squat, tap that little thumb icon, and we'll jump right into the content. Section 1. Overview of business credit cards. I mentioned earlier that you don't need an official business, such as an LLC or corporation, to have a business credit card. So you probably then might be wondering, well then why does anyone get a business credit card versus a personal credit card? Well, there are three main reasons. The first reason, sign-up bonus. There are a lot of different personal credit cards that have a business flavor. And when it comes to the points and miles game or saving some money, it's all about the sign-up bonuses. And so once you've exhausted, say, the sign-up bonus from a Chase Sapphire Reserve, 60,000 points, 80,000 points, you could get a Chase Ink card to get more Chase Ultimate Reward points. Reason number 2. Building business credit. Much the same way that we build personal credit, building business credit allows your business at one point to go get a loan in the name of the business without you as the personal guarantee. The easiest way to build business credit is just get a business credit card. And the third reason is a business credit card doesn't report to a personal credit report. And so let's say you have a ton of inventory you have to buy every single month. Well, instead of getting hit with the 50, 60, 70% utilization on the personal side, use a business card that's not reported, and therefore it's not gonna negatively impact your personal credit score. And the last point I wanna make about a business credit card is you don't need a formalized LLC or corporation to get a business credit card. If you flip items, let's say on eBay or Craigslist, or if you sell things on Etsy, or you have a digital product, you are a sole proprietor, you're a business, you can apply for a business credit card. All right, let's jump into the top 7 business credit cards of 2023. Coming in at number 7, we have the American Express Blue Business Cash. This card comes with a $250 sign-up bonus after you spend $3,000 in the first 3 months. It also comes with 0% APR for 12 months. As far as earnings, this card will earn 2% cash back on up to $50,000 of spend in the entire year. If you spend more than $50,000 on the card, it will earn 1% cash back, unlimited. As far as benefits, it's pretty slim. This, I would say, is a very good entry-level beginner business credit card. Annual fee, $0. So my verdict for this card is, if you're just starting out, you wanna build business credit, you wanna look for a bank that's gonna approve you easily, and I think American Express, relative to the other banks out there for a business card, doesn't scrutinize as much, so it's easier to get started here. Coming in number 6, we have the Capital One Spark 2% Cash Plus. This card comes with a interesting sign-up bonus, a $500 sign-up bonus after you spend $5,000 in 3 months, and then within 6 months, if you spend $50,000, you'll get another $500. Honestly, not a huge fan of it. This card is definitely gonna be targeted to the bigger spending businesses out there. What is nice about this card is you get 2% cash back on all categories, and there is no cap here. It will also earn 5% cash back if you book any hotels or car rental through the Capital One travel portal. As far as benefits of this card, I thought it was interesting on the Capital One page that said there's no APR as long as you pay in full, but if you pay in full, there is no APR. Like, that's not a benefit, that is just like an operating cadence. Anyway, that's largely the only benefit I pulled out of the card. And as far as an annual fee, it does come with a $150 annual fee. So if we think about it, at a 2% cashback rate, you would have to spend at least $7,500 in your business with this card to break even. Everything on top of that is then a true savings of 2% for the business. At this annual fee and at the spend required to break even, this certainly is gonna be for larger businesses that have a lot more spend. The plus side though is this is 2% uncapped. Coming in at number 5, we have the Chase Ink Business Premier. This is actually a new business card that Chase launched in 2022. You will get a $1,000 sign-up bonus after you spend $10,000 within the first 3 months. This card will also earn 2.5% cash back on any singular purchase that is over $5,000. And you will also earn 2% cash back everywhere with no cap. Now onto benefits. This card will give you auto rental insurance, so you can turn down whatever it is that you get at the car rental place. This card will also give you a purchase protection for items that are either going to be stolen or damaged, and it will cover claims of up to $10,000 at a time, as long as you make the purchase with the card and it occurs within 120 days of purchase. This card also offers extended warranty protection, and it gives you cell phone protection. So a cell phone protection works is if your phone gets damaged or stolen, it will cover up to $1,000 per claim with a $100 deductible, and you can file a max of 3 claims within a 12-month period. And as for annual fee, this card comes in $195 a year, which means you would need to spend $9,750 at just the 2% cashback rate to break even on the card. If all of your purchases happen to all be over $5,000 each and you get the 2.5% cashback rate, you will need to spend over $7,800. So very similar to the Capital One card here, this is going to be geared towards businesses that have a higher spend threshold. The reason I think it's a little bit better than the Capital One card is because A, you're within the Chase family. In addition, you have some of the travel benefits as well as the purchase protections on the card. But the main thing to call out though is this cash back, unlike the other Chase cards we'll talk about, cannot be converted to anything else and is strictly cash back. But 2% uncapped is solid, especially given that a lot of business credit cards do tend to cap that earn rate because businesses do tend to spend a lot of money. Coming in at number 4, and I'll also cover number 3 as well because they're very similar, we have the Chase Ink Cash and the Chase Ink Unlimited. These cards really only vary on their earn rate, but everything else, they're carbon copies. Both cards are gonna have a sign-up bonus at an all-time high of $900 after you spend $6,000 within the first 3 months. That $900, as long as you pair it with a Chase Premium Travel Card or a Chase Premium Business Card, is equal to 90,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points, which easily covers you for a one-way business class flight from North America over to the Maldives, over to Europe, or even to Asia. From a benefits perspective, both these cards, like I said earlier, are in the Chase ecosystem and you can transfer that cash back. Unlike the Premier, you can transfer the cash back to points, then you can transfer the points to a travel partner, such as a Hyatt or United Airlines or Air Canada to book for premium travel. Both cards also give you primary car rental insurance. And you also get purchase protection, which covers items for up to 120 days from damage or theft, up to $10,000 per claim, and max claim per year is $50,000. And neither card has an annual fee. Now, where they do differ is on the earnings rate. So the Chase Ink Cash is going to earn 5% cash back for the following categories: office supply stores, internet, phone, as well as cable bills for up to a max spend of $25,000 per year. It will also earn 2% cash back on up to $25,000 of spend in gas as well as restaurants. And once you go over that threshold, you will earn 1% cash back on all of your other purchases. As for the Chase Ink Unlimited, however, you will earn 1.5% cash back everywhere with no cap. As far as verdict for both of these cards, I absolutely love them. For one, it's an all-time high sign-up bonus, $900 for spending $6,000 in the first 3 months, which equates to about 90,000 points. If you stack that, say, with the Sapphire Reserve, that's another 50% bonus on top, plus another 45,000 points, 135,000 points. Yes, I would jump on this all day. So if you're interested to check out any of the cards that I talk about, feel free to check out my affiliate links down below, and specifically pay attention to the Chase Ink Cash and the Chase Ink Unlimited because these are at all-time high sign-up bonuses. My verdict for card number 4 and card number 3, I think both the Chase Ink Cash and the Ink Unlimited are phenomenal cards to try and pull down when you're just starting in the world of business credit. The reason I'd say Chase is a little bit higher on the list is because of the fact that A, the sign-up bonus is better. However, it could be a tad bit more difficult just because Chase is a little bit more stringent on what they would allow or accept as a business application. What I mean by that is if you are first year and your business isn't doing a whole ton, small revenue, they might ask for more documentation than you might have. Whereas I think American Express is generally a little bit more lax if you're just starting out. But nonetheless, if you can jump on a Chase Ink Cash or a Chase Ink Unlimited, do so, because that $900 sign-up bonus, I can't imagine it's gonna stick around that much longer as an all-time high. Coming in at number 2, we have the Chase Ink Business Preferred. This card comes with a 100,000 point sign-up bonus after you spend $15,000 in the first 3 months. Now, I got this card back in 2018, and I remember when the 100,000 point bonus was disappearing at the time because it's an all-time high, and I drove from Boston Boston to New York to physically apply in branch because I thought, oh my gosh, this is never gonna happen again. Well, lo and behold, the 100,000 point sign-up bonus is back. So instead of having to drive to a physical branch, you can just apply for it online. Also, Chase now has physical branches in Boston. So if I just wait a couple years, I also would have saved myself the drive of going to New York City just to apply for a credit card. From an earnings rate perspective, you will earn 3 points per dollar spent on up to $150,000 of combined spend in the following categories: travel, shipping, social media and search engine advertising, internet bill, cable bill, as well as phone bill. And once you're over that $150,000 of aggregate spend in those categories, you will earn 1 point per dollar everywhere else. I would say this card is very much like the business flavor of the Chase Sapphire Preferred, because the Chase Ink Business Preferred also earns a 25% bonus if you redeem your Chase Ultimate Reward points through the travel portal. This card also has no foreign transaction fee. You will also get auto rental insurance, so you can go ahead and waive whatever it is that the rental company tries to push onto you. This card will also give you cell phone protection. So for a $100 deductible, it will cover up to $1,000 in claims, and you can have a max of 3 claims filed in a 12-month period. And as for annual fee, this card comes with a $95 annual fee. And as far as verdict for this card, this is one, a sign-up bonus play. And also, if you want to optimize in the 3x spend for things like shipping as well as advertising, I would jump on this. For things like travel though, I would honestly look for a personal card just because there's no cap to earnings on the travel side, but this is a really solid sign-up bonus at 100,000 points. However, if we compare the Ink Preferred to the Ink Cash or the Ink Unlimited, those cards come with no annual fee and their sign-up bonus is honestly off by just $100. I would still jump on the no annual fee side before I jump over here, but if you want to optimize for the 3x spend categories, I would certainly jump on this card for the 100,000 point sign-up bonus. And coming in at number 1, the best business credit card of 2023, I think, is the American Express Business Platinum. Unlike the personal flavor, which is a bloated coupon book, the Business Platinum has a ton of value, especially for business card holders. So this card comes right now with a 120,000 point sign-up bonus after you spend $15,000 in the first 3 months. I actually signed up for this card after getting targeted with a mailer offer for a 250,000 points for spending $30,000 in the first 3 months. I can't say that's commonplace. I think I was putting a ton of spend on my personal platinum, and so they said, hey, you're spending a lot of money, you have a business, maybe you're gonna spend a lot of money on your business with us. So I wouldn't plan for that, but I would certainly look for a 120,000 point offer for American Express's Business Platinum. You will earn 1.5 points per dollar spent for any singular purchase over $5,000, or you will earn 1.5 points per dollar spent on up to $2 million of aggregate spend in the following categories: US construction material and hardware suppliers, US electronic good retailers, software and cloud service providers, and US shipping providers. After you have the $2 million of aggregate spend though, it goes back to 1 point per dollar spent everywhere else. As for benefits on this card, it's absolutely stacked. It has all of the travel benefits of the personal platinum, so things like lounge access through Priority Pass, lounge access through the American Express Centurion lounges, lounge access to the Lufthansa Group lounges. You also have credits to things like Global Entry / TSA PreCheck, but really where this card shines are on the credits for businesses. Every single year, you'll get a $400 Dell credit, a $360 Indeed credit, a $150 Adobe credit, and a $120 wireless credit. If we add up all of those credits against a $695 annual fee, you could easily come out net positive over $300 on the card. If you throw in some of the travel credits, this card could easily come out positive $500–600 back in your pocket just for having it. This card is one that I would absolutely jump on, especially if I'm able to take advantage of all of those business credits, which I think most businesses are able to take advantage of. Now, third segment, how am I approaching business credit cards in 2023, and how should most of you consider approaching business credit cards once you've had 1 or 2? So here's the thing, business credit cards to me are an extension of personal credit cards. What do I mean by that is personal credit cards give me high sign-up bonuses. I use high sign-up bonuses, fly for free in the front of the cabin. Business credit cards, exact same thing. So for most of the business credit cards that weren't just mentioned in that list, it's very specific and very targeted for me. For example, Chase Hyatt Business Card. I think Hyatt is probably still one of the best hotel programs out there. Last year, I pulled down 2 business credit cards, very specific. One, it was a Bank of America Alaska Airlines business credit card. 70,000 Alaska Airlines Airlines miles for spending $4,000 in the first 3 months. I value Alaska Airlines miles because A, that was one of the ways that I was able to travel on Cathay Pacific first class. Instead of paying $20,000, I pay less than $57 and I use 70,000 Alaska Airlines miles. I then also opened a Barclays American Airlines business credit card. It was an 80,000 mile sign-up bonus for spending $2,000 in the first 3 months. American Airlines, one of the more valuable ways to get from Boston to the Maldives on Qatar Airways. Instead of paying $8,000 per person, I paid less than 25 bucks and I used 70,000 American Airlines miles. That's how I approached it last year. In this year, largely, it's kind of the same. And so as I look at the rest of the business credit cards I want to target this year, I'm looking at the Chase Hyatt business card because I still think Hyatt is one of the more valuable hotel chains in existence. Marriott, a ton of properties everywhere. Hilton, you'd need so many miles to do anything. Whereas Hyatt, it's still got some good sweet spots where you can get a ton of value for those points, as well as I just think Hyatt hotels are a tad bit higher than Marriott, and I also earned Globalist last year, so that's where I'm focusing. Then I'm also gonna look at JetBlue, specifically the Barclays JetBlue business card. Flying out of Boston, I fly a good amount of JetBlue. I wanna pull in some JetBlue points. I'll also be looking at some of the Chase United business cards because again, I think United is still one of the easier options, sometimes to get out to Southeast Asia, sometimes to Europe in economy. And to wrap the year, I think I'll be eligible to again get the Barclays Hawaiian Airlines business credit cards. So those are kind of the 4 programs I'm targeting. In addition, I'm also gonna go for another Chase Ink card because I've applied for an Ink card using a sole proprietor, but not necessarily through the social media business. So then I can go ahead and get another Ink card. Overall though, you can kind of see, for me, it's not so much now about what's the earn rate, what's the annual fee. Most of these cards have like about a $95 annual fee, but I think that's completely worth it for the points you can earn because those points can easily translate to $5,000, $10,000 of value for just say a $95 annual fee. I'm doing that all day. Hopefully that gave you a little bit of a peek behind the scenes as how someone who really optimizes credit card point earning would approach a spread versus just say, hey, I want 1 card, 2 card, and I'm really gonna capitalize on the spend. Yes, valid. But also, let's get the points, let's travel for free. So folks, this has been a phenomenal video. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any comments, questions, drop them down below. I'll try to get onto some. And share for me down below, what travel plans do you have this year? Where are you going off to? And are you gonna be able to fly for free at either in the middle of the plane or the front tippy tip of the plane? All right, guys, I will catch you all next time. Peace.